Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong and welcome to the Back Office Show. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Now my good friend Jared has given me this. It's a little bit broken. It's a little bit broken in transit, but we're going to assemble it. It's effectively a kit for me to mount some speakers. It's kind of like a laser cut speaker enclosure there. And I've got some speakers. We're going to sort of dismantle them. These are basically these CPC LS03185 speakers, and I've got obviously baby boomers here, so we're going to use that as the amplifier, and we're going to hook it up to my computer basically, because I want a new set of computer speakers. So this is a good start, isn't it? This is a great way of doing it. So I know that there's a lot of technical wizardry required to make speakers and speaker enclosures. So I'm not saying that this thing is going to be the best speaker enclosure you could ever make, but it's a speaker enclosure, and versus not having one, having something that can fit on your desk and actually work is going to be amazing. Now I was going to use one of these sort of normal jack wires to hook it up to the PC, but then I thought, why don't I bust open one of these, and this is a USB sound card effectively, and although there's some risk maybe of transferring some computer noise, basically using this to get the power and get the sound to the speakers directly. And then also there's the option in the future if you wanted to use the microphone on that. But I thought that would be kind of a cute way of doing it, so I'm probably going to dismantle that. It's a bit of a short wire though, unfortunately, so I'm not sure if I've got a longer wire, but I certainly probably have a USB cable I can cut down, so we'll worry about that later. I think the more interesting bit is trying to assemble this. And the only way to assemble it, of course, is with hot snot, and I'm going to be using my new... How does it work? Come on. There we go. New... Oh, I've got to hold that in. Gas-powered hot air glue. There we go, hot glue. There we go, hot air glue, hot glue. Getting confused by the whole hot airiness of it, but there you go, there's an exhaust up there. Brilliant. So I'm going to leave that heating in the corner. So we're just going to figure this out. Now, we do have this bit of a broken grill, so I'm going to just gently put that aside. I think that we'll glue up and repair at the end. We can get away with that. And then just sort of figure out these pieces. So I think it's kind of going to look a bit like one of those Bose type speakers, you know, where you've got like a thing that lives on your desk. It's a good start, but it's not necessarily an enclosed box, and I kind of think they might have to be enclosed boxes. So don't waste your time commenting too much to criticise this one, but if you want to spend your time commenting to say how or maybe suggest even resources on the internet or designs, if there's Thingiverse designs we can use, that would be great, because that's a useful thing. I think most people watching the channel will know this is probably not optimal in terms of audio sound, but it's definitely optimal, as I said, in getting these loose speakers off my desk and into something a bit more practical. So that is starting to look like how it's going to look, but there's no point me getting too far into that because I need to glue all these bits down. So let's see, how long does it take to heat a gas glue gun? Oh, it takes a long time if you don't have it cranked up, but they say it's about a minute. So while that's going on, I'm just going to take the parts aside like that, and I think I'm going to even hot snot the speakers in. I'm just going to literally glue them in like that too. So it's all a bit of an experiment, but it can all be undone and redone as required. Otherwise, why would we be bothering using glue gun glue? In fact, let's get that ready. So they're prepared. Good. It's really weird actually though, when you have this laser cut stuff, especially laser cut wood, it smells all a bit burny. So I keep sort of looking around the back office wondering if I've left anything on inadvertently. Bit worrying. Now, you might have noticed in one of my previous videos I broke a glue gun, and well, I have a broken glue gun. I'm not saying I broke it, I'm not going to say who broke it. The reason it broke though was clearly because someone was cranking it too hard before it would heat up, so the glue ended up breaking the silicone seal inside. So if you've got one of these and you're just testing it, just be gentle with it, you know, don't crank that too hard or you might bust a seal inside and then you're going to be stuffed. Right, we're pretty much ready there. I shall use my new glue gun cleaning stick. So I'm just going to stick those on. I think I'm just going to mount a knob of glue basically from the top and just inject it into the sort of holes that they've got here. A bit around the edge. Done. 1, 2. This is quite good though. This glue is hot. It's kind of really liquid. I know. Oh yeah, of course it's hot. It's hotter than you get from an electric glue gun because you can crank this right up, which means it's sort of flowing a bit better and it's you've got more working time with it. So that's a benefit of the gas. Good. Good. Try not to inject too much though, you don't want it to get into the actual coney bit. I'm not sure this one was quite centred. There you go. We're not going for perfect here. We're not even going for adequate. We're going for something in the middle. Right, let's get this glued. So, if anything, you want to glue this inner part here. So bang, 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 bang. Boosh! That's in. Oops. Here we go again. Bang, 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 bang. Saying bang is actually required. Make sure you say bang or it's not going to work out for you. Yeah! I have to start being a bit cautious now before I get a bit carried away because we've got to actually glue in some wires and stuff. So let's make sure I knock this off before I get too carried away. Put the other side panel on, or back panel on, or however you want to call this bit that's going to go on here, because I'm not going to have too many opportunities to adjust it once that's in. In fact, we kind of want to get... Let's knock off our hot air. Oh, hot air. Our glue gun. It's so confusing when they mix these technologies. And proceed to the next stage. I think the next stage is going to be wiring that up, but looking at that though, that looks like it can all come together quite nicely. Not quite sure how this is supposed to work. It looks like it's supposed to hold that grill in place. We might just do something. While the glue gun's a bit hot, actually, why don't I attempt to repair that? Okay, this could be a disaster. I'm going to keep moving it around because I don't want to glue it to the bench. Yeah, looks pretty damn good. So I think that's done. Oh, I see. So those wooden pegs here are just to act as a little bit of a sort of bridging support for that when it's done. But that's good. We'll do that. Right, put that aside. Let's put this very gingerly aside and just get on with the actual wiring. And we don't... This is my universal baby boomer, the one I just use for everything. The one I probably should stop using for everything in case it's going to eventually get damaged. And that'll bite me in the butt. But it is there and it's got all these handy little wires. So let's clean it all up. Let's get the wires sort of cleaned up and we can just start soldering that onto that module while the soldering iron's heating up. There's our mod well. And the headphone socket is that one on the right. Studying. Trying to work out though which is the ground and which is the whatnot. We'll figure that as we go along though, I don't think there's a problem. There actually also seem to be some, it's for capacitors, there's some capacitor things in there too. Don't know if they're going to be needed or not. Just peel off that hot glue, because we need to get to the USB end. So I'm going to just desolder all these wires. Actually, I think let's desolder them, clean this up, and then start again with it. Come on, you cheeky bugger. So if you've got your baby boomer from me in the post, there's the hope, of course, that it's still clean, not like mine. So that's your USB module. So we're going to solder on. Doesn't need to be that long, but let's just go for it. We're going to solder on a power lead, and we're going to solder on the sound. So power, we're going to, default wire here is like red, so we're going to assume red is power. Nicely done. So technically the USB is capable of providing a certain amount of current. We won't exceed this, I should think, with the baby boomer, because this gadget, this USB sound card, is probably not going to eat too much in terms of current. Though just looking, there is some quite nice sort of decoupling capacitors. You could, depending on where you solder these power wires, you might be able to get cleaner signal, but we're not going to worry about that. We're not going to worry about a little bit of hum. So just soldering on the power wires here. You notice I'm not actually cleaning them. That's not one of my best jobs, to be honest with you. I had someone comment on one of my videos, they said sloppy. But you know, meh. If it works, it works. Don't you worry about it when you're soldering. Good. So far, so great. Just seeing if there's a good mounting option. I think we'll just glue them in the case somewhere. So that's our power. So now we need to get some sound, and we've got the left and the right. Make just our little cable set in advance. Zoom out, as you can see. I don't, you know, this zooming in and out business sometimes a bit tricky. Something I noticed in video though, it's odd in video players that you can't zoom. So when you're watching a YouTube on your phone, if you consider it's probably a higher resolution than your phone is displaying, possibly at least. Certainly higher resolution than your eyes can resolve. You think it would be quite nice just to be able to stretch the screen if you want to just zoom in on a bit. You remember old Blu-ray players and DVD players used to have that capability, although it wasn't really that useful on those. But I kind of think it would be useful on a technical video, because if I film this in 4K, then you'd be able to just zoom in as you want, and the people making the video wouldn't have to mess with it so much. They could just leave it pretty much standard. Just going to cut this red down. I don't really like these wires to be too different in length. Not for any real technical reason, although it doesn't hurt. You don't want it to really pick up noise. If you really don't want this to pick up noise, you probably ought to use some shielded wire. In fact, what you could do, which is kind of like the no-brainer approach, is to wire this up and plug that in like that. Bollocks. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, ignore that waste. That wasn't a waste of time, by the way. That was just a tutorial on how to solder bits of wire together. Curse you, brain, for making me want to do the right thing. Doing the right thing. That's a confusing issue now, because look at this. Now we've got to figure out what is the right thing. You've got a shield, which is kind of going to be grounded, and you've got 4 colours of wire. All more colourful than the last. Right. So we're just going to tin those. plenty long. So you might find 2 of these wires and that ground shield will be all the same. So you got to place your bets as to what colours are going to be the actual signal. If you want to skip ahead, please go ahead. I imagine this is going to take approximately 2 minutes. 2 minutes I shall be soldered. Or if you can just tolerate that, just wait a sec and we'll be done. But you could edit, Andrew. You could edit your videos. Yeah. Could do. But then I wouldn't have any time to make stuff. Got to get your priorities right in life. Ah! Go, go. Boom! If you want to watch people who make good videos, you should check out Marco Reps. His technical videos are excellent. Very enjoyable and very technically good. Doot. Right. Okay. So that ground doesn't look like it's connected to anything, which is bonkers, but okay. So we're trying the green wire. Trying the white wire. Am I losing my mind? We should have been getting some sort of... So this one is ground, whatever that one is. Yeah, the ground is ground. What are all these other bloody colours? Okay, so there's the wire, 3 things. We know that, I think the tip is ground. Nope. The base is probably ground. Yes, the base is ground. None of those are the base, apart from that shield, that's fine. So we're going to go for the next channel, white. And white and red. So I don't know what the hell those black and green's doing. I think this was like just a USB. They probably just had the wire from a USB setup or something. Giving away free wire just to confound me. Let's get in there. Bloody thing. Friggin'. Okay. Muttley. Do you remember Muttley? Dick Dastardly's dog. That was old school. Left, ground, right. Can you tell what it is yet? Left. Ground. Right. Good. That bit's done. So there, we got the sound. Could have cut that a bit shorter, couldn't I? Well, there you go. Coulda, shoulda, didn't. So the last thing we need is just a bit of a hookup to the actual speakers themselves, and the only wire I have, without requiring effort on my part to go get, is this wire, which looks like the world's thickest cable. Less desirable, really. Or I could be a bit naughty and use breadboard hookup wire. Why not? I'm going to so regret this, aren't I, when I come to do a breadboard project and I just need that extra length of breadboard hookup wire. If you've got any spare breadboard hookup wire, please feel free to send it to me. I will recycle your old breadboard hookup wire into projects. Bang, green. Blue's the positive on this speaker, by the way. If you're checking. Orange. Orang. And red is the positive. Be careful if you're soldering iron by round magnets, just because they do have the tendency to suck them into your fingers into the workings. And while we're doing that, let's get this guy fired up. We're going to be assembling this now. Just but a moment. It's good. So I think it's weird, that thing. When you're holding the button in, it's just putting out extra gas, I think, just to get that catalyst warmed up. And then once the catalyst is warmed up, you can let go. So, let go! Please, let go! Eventually just let go. Nobody listens to techno. Okay, get the ends tinned of these here wires. Don't tin that one, I'm not using it. So professional. This is some good stuff. Ow. So if you're a big company like Google or Apple and you need somebody to design you some stuff, yeah, please let me know. I'm happy to get your next iPod or whatever you're doing now. About time you released a new product. I'll do it for you. No problemo. Right, minus. It's going to look a bit like this under the hood, but that'll appeal to hobbyists. You can get in there, figure it out, do it yourself. I like how every one of these is bent. Purely because I'm trying to solder it with my left hand and they're getting twisted and twisted and twisted. But that's fine. It's all going to be hidden-ish. Hidden-ish, indeed. Right. There, you're done. Check. Oh no. What happened? Oh man, it didn't come on. That's clown shoes, dude. Now I've got to wait. Ugh. Right. While I'm waiting, let's get this ready to go. Ploppy, son of Ploppy. Boom, boom, shakalak, boom. Yes, sirree, that's looking good. Bit of hot glue there. Wire poking out the end. Boosh! I like that. I like it a lot. I like this level 10. This is a level 10 build. You have to read all the books, pay the dues. Submit yourself to all the rigorous tests, and only then can you get to level 10. I think that's kind of... Okay, I'm not going to lie, it's horrible. I've not done a great job, but I've done a great functional job, you know, because it's just going to work. And at the end of the day, that's why we're all here. Hot snot. Nice, that's a quality job, that is. Look at that. That is as fine as it can get. Let's take that down. Gonna take you down to Chinatown, boy. Get that amp in there. Booyah! Done. Look at that. This is it. This is why we do it, guys. For a quality build like that. If you want to plug your microphone in, good luck with that. Once you're picking off all the glue, I'm going to go straight for the actual assembling it too. I'm not going to like mess with this. We're not going to test this. We're just going to plug it in, and damn it, it's going to work. I'm that confident. And if it doesn't work, then oh well. But it's going to work. Let's stay confident. Let's not second guess ourselves here. That's looking fine. One more. Boosh! This is a dangerous tool, this hot glue. I can tell you, look at that. You can build stuff so bloody quickly. Now it might need an internal baffle if if you were designing it, you know, you're Bose engineer and you are looking at this and you're going, look at these guys, jeez Louise, look at these guys, man, they have no freaking idea what they are doing, boys. Check out this shit on YouTube. Oh, come on. Get in there. What is stopping it? Or does every single thing have to be so perfectly aligned before it'll go together? Yeah, it does actually. Just going to turn it over so we can have a little look-see. Oh, yeah. How the heck am I going to glue that? The reason there's some glue confoundedness is, I'm going to turn this down a bit because it's kind of a bit noisy, is by the time you do all that fannying around, the glue will have already started to harden. So just going to have a quick look there. Maybe what we can do is start on one end. We might not have to glue everything, we might just have to glue some ends. If we can get this to sort of play nice. Again, it doesn't want to fit. What kind of laser cutting is this? I think this is too tight. Yeah. Might have to chamfer some of these manually. And I'll show you what I'm doing. So you see this bit here, if the camera ever chooses to focus, it doesn't want to go in, and the reason is it's probably the exact dimension as the hole, so there's no tolerance. So if you're designing it, leave, I don't know, 1/4 mil or something, or whatever your favourite dimensioning system is, just to allow that to fit, and then be a bit more careful than I am with your knife, if you need to do it with a knife. Right, let's try that. Let's try it this way. This way will be more helpful, I'm sure. At least, no, that isn't helpful because I can't see what I'm doing. At least, though, that's the root cause of the whole not going together thing. It's nice to put rhyme and reason to why something's going wrong. It's still tight as hell, though. Dang! Look at it. Look at that thing. Oh wow, that fit nice and snug when I squeezed that. Maybe that's how we can do this. Let's rely on a bit of pressure. Okay, so we're going to go and apply the old glue now. I think that's good. I think we can get in there. We can do this. So I'm just going to try to inject it. Woohoo! Yes. I managed to actually inject it in from the side underneath there, so if that holds. Wiping away the excess. Ah! Not really, but it was hot. Not enough to burn your skin off much. Good, so I don't know if we want to, I think we'll just hot glue the ends and not worry so much. Because if we want to, we can sort of just go around all these seams with glue. I just think that structurally though, we need to just inject some in these parts. I think that'll do if we can get it in here. Just like that, basically. Oh yeah. That's going to go fine. Oh no, speaker, come on. Your line mente went out briefly. Got the excess off. Very hot. I think though, I think there's some creakiness. I can hear some creakiness on it, and that. Oh, look at that! Got some inner splunge in there. Maybe if we don't get that glue in, we're probably going to get a rattle. We've got to get it in somehow. How about? Yeah, maybe a little bit in here. Yeah, that's okay. That is okay. Good. So we're going to cover up these speakers, but just before we do then, I'm just going to run, I don't want any rattling at all on these, so I'm just going to run a bead, glue down each of these seams, like your silicone in your bath, your tub. Bang! Right. Next, we had these two little slivers. Okay, there's one, and there is two. Just going to poke those through. I think we need to turn those actually. They're either going to be that way or that way. I'm not sure. Okay, that's one there. Very tricky to see these from my angle. And that's going to go something like that. Not quite. I think they go, let's turn them that way. Sitting a bit proud. Teeny tiny bit proud. That's it. Hook in, hook in. Yes! Good. Just the final gluing then. So we're going to inject a bit in here. We're going to inject a bit in here. A bit there. A bit there. And I think we're going to put a blob there. A blob there. A little bit along there. And a little bit along there. Don't mess around. Don't waste time. Get in there. Get on there. Get it done. Yeah, I think that's about right. So that is the speakers assembled. Oh wow, hang on, I just noticed something. It seems to be the hint. Look on that. There is a hint of a back office logo. I didn't even know that. Darn it, I can't read on the other side. That might say Reabow Rotors. Jared's little web YouTube going on Reabow Rotors. I think it is, Jared. Thank you very much. That's amazing, actually. I only just noticed that. Great. Okay, onward to the computer. Let's do a little jump. So I've got the speaker here. I've hooked it up to an extension cable, an extension USB. Got it on my favourite zero copyright YouTube channel, and of course Rock Angel by Joachim Karud, my favourite song that I seem to use for everything. And I've got it set here on the Windows control panel doofer, so we can just keep playing. You can hear it. I'll turn the microphone round. Nice. And if I switch, I'm just trying to switch to my standard USB Logitech, whatever the hell they are, wherever they are. Why aren't they playing? What's going on with those? Oh, they're quiet. So that's them at 100%. And then I'm going to switch to this guy. Bit trebly, bit loud actually. Yeah. However, that being said, it's a handsome looking thing, and yeah, very pleased with that. Nice little build. Hope that's of some use to you. If you want a baby boomer, please go to backofficeshow.com/shop, get your own, and I shall speak to Jared, multi-rotor guy, if he'll make his this design on Thingiverse, or he'll send me the design, I'll publish it on my Thingiverse so that you can just cut this out yourself, make it yourself. As ever, thanks for watching.